Hey guys, it's Sarah with ExtremeTerrain.com, and today we have a review and install of the retro style projector headlight with a black housing and clear lens fitting your 2012 through 2015 Toyota Tacoma. This is perfect for the Tacoma owner who wants to replace their factory reflector headlight with a projector style option and wants one with a black design and simple install. These headlights bring some aftermarket style to the front of your Tacoma and include H1 high and low beam bulbs, as well as factory style connectors for ease of install. They are constructed from impact resistant clear lenses with black housings, and they're SAE approved, meaning they're legal for on-road use. So as far as price goes, these headlights come in at around $350 for the pair, which is middle of the road price-wise when compared to other options. And for your money, you are getting a projector style headlight with black design and a plug and play install. And as far as the install goes, I'm giving this one a 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. It does feature a direct bolt up installation and can be done within 1 hour. So with that said, let's jump into that install. For this install, you will need an impact gun or a ratchet will work just fine. You'll also need a 10mm socket. You may want a short flathead screwdriver as well as a longer flathead screwdriver. You'll need a pop clip removal tool or a trim panel removal tool. All right, so the first step in the uninstall with your hood popped, what we're gonna do is remove the 2 pop clips on either side of your grille. Grab the pop clip removal tool and let's get these out. Repeat that on the other side. Next up, we're going to remove 2 10mm bolts on top of the grille. Grab a 10mm socket and get these out. All right, now that all the bolts are out of the grille, lift up these top plastic brackets to get them off of the 2 plastic posts in the top. And then you're just gonna grab the bottom of the grille and pull straight back towards you. All right, so at this point, we need to remove the trim piece underneath the headlight. Now to do that, there is a green clip at the back here. And what we're gonna do is just pry behind this trim piece and just pop the back of that clip free. Once the front is free, next we're gonna use our trim tool and we're gonna pry forward so this piece can slide in towards the center line of your truck. So slide it in and just tilt it and it'll be free. All right, now we're moving on underneath the truck here. We do have to remove these 2 bolts. They're right underneath the corner of the bumper so that we can access the wheel well liner by peeling it back. Go ahead and grab your 10mm socket and remove it. Now I did want to point out one more thing about this wheel well liner before I pull it back. Right here should be a slotted clip, and what you're going to do is grab a stubby flathead screwdriver and then you're just going to twist that clip to remove it. It does not exist on our truck, so we're just going to go ahead and peel the wheel well liner back, but if you see that clip on your truck, all you need is a small stubby screwdriver to turn it out. Go ahead and grab your wheel well liner and pull it back. All right, now that we have the wheel well liner out of the way, I can explain why. Now there are 2 headlight bolts on top, but there is one more, it's down at the bottom, it's right about here. And to access it, you come up sort of diagonally behind the bumper through the wheel well with a 10mm socket to get it removed. Now this may be hard to see, but you can definitely get a hand on it and feel exactly where it is. And then we can remove it. Now at this point, we can remove the 2 10mm bolts on the top of the headlight. Grab your 10mm socket and get these out. Now we do have to release 2 clips on this headlight. One is on the bottom towards the inside, And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna slide a screwdriver between the clip and the headlight. You can also use a trim tool here if you're worried about breaking it. Just pull back straight towards you to release it. Now there are 2 alignment tabs up top here. This one should pop free when you pop that tab on the bottom free. This one probably will not. You can do this by hand, but if you're having trouble, all you do is slide your flathead or trim tool underneath and turn it to the side. Now we're gonna unplug all of the connectors on the headlight. I'm gonna start with this one up top, this gray one. What you're gonna do is press back on the tab and just pull backwards to release it. Now we have 2 more connectors right behind the headlight. The first one is this little brown connector. Just grab it and pull straight back. There aren't any tabs on that style. And then this one over here is more of a traditional style. It does have a tab, so press down on it and just pull backwards. Now removing the headlight itself is a little bit tricky. What we're gonna do here is just wiggle it until it's loose. And then what we need to do is tilt it. So we're gonna start to twist it down. And now we can rock it out. Okay, so before we can install the new headlight, we have to transfer over 2 of the bulbs. We have our stock headlight here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with this connector on the outside. Now to remove it, all you're gonna do is twist and pull it out. Repeat that process with the other connector as well. This one's a little bit larger, but just twist it out, same as the other one, and wiggle it free. Make sure you're not touching the bulbs because we will be reusing these. Now to install the bulb in your new headlight, you just line up all of these tabs. And once they're lined up, twist it into place. Repeat that with your other bulb. Now to line up this headlight, you're going to install it in the same way that you uninstalled the factory one. It helps to come in at a bit of an angle. That way you can twist it into place. Go ahead and start to get all of your tabs lined up. The easiest thing is to line it up to the outside of the fender. And make sure you are lined up in this bottom tab as well. And once it looks to be in place, go ahead and press it in. Now we're going to start to plug in the connectors. This one might be a little bit hard to see. We're just lining up the factory connector and click it in place. Next up, we're going to go to the far connector. Go ahead and line it up and click it into place. Again, that one may be a little hard to see because it's in the fender area. And then once you've plugged in both the factory connectors, locate the wiring harness coming off of the back of your headlight, and it will have a factory style connector. And then what we're going to do is line up your brown connector and just plug it in. All right, so at this point, we're gonna install the bolt that goes to the bottom of the headlight. This is the one that is behind your fender. It is a little bit hard to get to. It's definitely hard to see, but go ahead and line up the bolt, slide it into your new headlight, and twist it in place. Now this is about right in this area right here, just on the corner of that headlight. And again, best access is through the wheel well. Let's get a small ratchet and a short 10mm socket, and we'll tighten it down. And once the bolt is in place, we can line back up the wheel well liner. And if you do have that one twist clip here, reinstall it at this time. And with the wheel well liner in place, go ahead and thread back in your bolts. And with a 10mm socket, you can tighten it down. Now keep in mind these are going into plastic, so you do not need to over tighten these. And now we're moving on to the top of the headlight. Go ahead and thread back in your bolts right to the factory locations. And again, with your 10mm socket, tighten these down. And finally, reinstall the trim piece on the bottom of your headlight. This goes in reverse of how it came off. So the first thing we're going to do is line up the tab in this side here. Once that's clicked in place, line up the green tab at the front and press straight back. All right, now that we have our factory headlight uninstalled from our truck, we can check it out side by side with our new headlight here. Now visually, they're very different from one another. This one features that black styling to give you a more blacked out aftermarket look to your truck. It also features that single projector style lens to get you a brighter and more focused beam of light when compared to the reflector of the factory. Now, although there are some differences, it still features that OEM fit and finish. It's designed off of the factory headlight and even has the weather stripping up top for that best fit. So with that said, you're gonna repeat all of those steps to install your passenger side headlight. And now with both headlights in place, we can install the grille. Go ahead and line up all the plastic tabs at the bottom, and then start to line up the posts at each side and the brackets up top. Then you can go ahead and press into place. And with the grille in place, we can now install the factory pop clips. Should be a hole in each headlight, and repeat that on the other side. And then reinstall the factory bolts in the top of the grille. Keep in mind, these are also going into plastic. So just be mindful that you're not over tightening if you use a power tool. All right, so that is gonna do it for the review and install of these headlights. And remember, for all things Tacoma, keep it at extremeterrain.com.